Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. My name is Zach Pasquarello and I teach everybody how to start their own bookkeeping business. I know exactly how to do it because I did it 3 years ago. The best thing, you can do it with no experience and you can start in less than 30 days. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. In this video, I'm going to talk specifically about software that I use to run my bookkeeping business. This is seriously a great business to start because you don't need to buy a lot of fancy equipment. You don't need to hire employees. You don't need your own office. You can start this business working from home, using your laptop with little to no experience. The first thing I recommend everybody do is to get a website. You can use squarespace.com. You don't need to pay somebody $1,000 to make your website for you. It's actually pretty simple. You just need to get a domain name and then go to Squarespace and connect your domain name to your actual website. You can use one of their 1,000 templates to build a professional, fancy, good-looking website. You really don't need to pay somebody thousands of dollars to do it for you. I'm not the most creative person, and I was able to make my own website using Squarespace's templates. The whole idea behind your website, you just want it to look professional and you want it to be a place where people can go to learn a little bit more information about you. They need to know who you are, what services do you offer, and most importantly, how do they contact you. I think Squarespace is like $15 per month, really affordable, really not that bad. QuickBooks Online Accountant. Obviously, we are bookkeepers and we're going to be using QuickBooks Online. The best part is it's free and you can actually use this account to keep track of your own bookkeeping for your business. This is how you're going to become a certified QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor. So go to Google, search QuickBooks Online Accountant. You can sign up today if you haven't already and start looking at the training to becoming a certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor. I say you don't need any work experience or college education or certifications to start a bookkeeping business. However, the one and only certification I recommend is the QuickBooks Online Certified Pro Advisor. People are going to pay you in different methods. Some people might mail you a check. Some people might pay you ACH direct deposit. Some people might pay you cash, although probably not likely. And then everybody else is going to want to pay you with a debit card or a credit card or through a bank transfer. So you will need to have some type of payment processor, and you're already using QuickBooks Online anyway. I recommend just use QuickBooks Payment Processor. It easily integrates with your bookkeeping and your invoicing, and you can collect payments directly through QuickBooks Online. Just remember, they do charge 3% to process cards, and they charge 1% to process bank transfers. I typically try to encourage my clients to pay via bank transfer first. If they want to pay with a card, I will add that extra 3% as a convenience fee. Email is my main form of communication, so I use G Suite as my email. You're going to need a domain name to set up your email address. So for me, my email is run through harrisburgbookkeeping.com, and then I use G Suite, which is just software made by Google. I use G Suite. It looks just like Gmail, but it's not a Gmail account like it would be like zach@gmail.com, but instead it's zach@harrisburgbookkeeping.com. And G Suite actually only costs $6 per month. It's super affordable, and I absolutely love Gmail and the way it's set up and the way it looks and how easy it is to use. Highly recommend G Suite. It's super cheap. And also for cloud storage, you can use G Suite and their Google Drive to store all of your files on the cloud. You can also share Google Drive with your clients so they can securely upload their documents to Google Drive. That way you can access all of their bank statements and all of their reports very easily straight through your G Suite. And a lot of other people also use Google Drive and G Suite, so it makes coordinating with your clients much easier. Some people use Microsoft OneDrive, some people use Dropbox, but me personally, I prefer Google Drive. For photo editing, you can go to canva.com. It's super easy to use. It's also free. They do have a paid subscription. I think it's $13 per month, but you can do a lot on canva.com for free. You can create infographics and flyers. You can edit pictures. You can do pretty much everything on Canva. It's a lot like Adobe Photoshop, but it's free and it's much more user-friendly. It might not be quite as advanced as Photoshop, but for beginners and novices like me, it's much easier to use. I send a client agreement to every single client who I onboard. And later on in this video, I'm going to talk specifically about my onboarding process. But for my client agreement, I use PandaDoc to electronically deliver and accept signatures for my client agreement. I did not have a client agreement when I got started. I highly recommend that you get and use a client agreement to outline the terms of the contract. It can be very simple. It can be very basic. I actually have my client agreement for sale on my website. You can go to harrisburgbookkeeping.com/store and you can check out my client agreement on my website. You can purchase it for yourself. I basically just outline the terms of the agreement and the services that I will provide and how much I charge for my services. If anything, I think having a client agreement is great so that you clearly and effectively communicate upfront what the terms of the agreement are going to be and what services you're going to provide. Are there any additional fees? What about traveling? What about additional services that weren't agreed upon in the beginning? Having a client agreement is great just in case there's ever any confusion or frustration in the future. You can always revert back to the client agreement. If your client is upset about something, you can say, hey, look, it's actually clearly written here in section 1F of our client agreement. You can see here, I actually say, yes, I do charge $50 an hour for travel. So that's just a very specific example that having a client agreement can help alleviate frustration and confusion in the future. Every single month, I send recurring emails to all of my clients because I need statements from my clients, or I just have recurring questions that need to be asked on a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly basis. So I use an extension for my G Suite email. It's called Right Inbox. I think it's like $120 per year. Super affordable. It makes my workflow so much better and easier to manage because I don't have to manually send emails every week or every month to my clients. I can schedule recurring emails straight through my G Suite email account. And I ask my clients every month for their bank statements and credit card statements. I send some AR aging reports to my clients every single week. I will even go so far as to send myself reminders using Right Inbox if there are weekly or monthly tasks that I need to do. I'll just set up a recurring email to myself so that I have it in my email. I remember to do things, especially things like sales tax filings. Like that happens every month on the 20th. So I'll usually schedule a recurring email, let's say, for example, on the 15th of every month, reminding myself that I need to file sales tax for certain clients. Okay, now let's talk specifically on tips and advice for onboarding clients. So if you don't know already, if you're new to my channel, I tell everybody starting a bookkeeping business is a 4-step process. First, you need to learn QuickBooks and bookkeeping. Second, you need to develop marketing and sales to actually get clients. And then the third part is delivering high quality customer service. So onboarding clients is kind of that sweet spot in between sales and delivering customer service. We need to have an efficient and effective onboarding process so that we can close deals and we can deliver high quality customer service. So step number 1 is the sales consultation. So if anybody expresses interest in my services, I will immediately tell them, hey, call me anytime from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Here's my phone number and we can set up a sales call, or I have a scheduling link on my website, harrisburgbookkeeping.com/bookkeeping, and anybody can schedule a free 10-minute consultation. This link is reserved for people who are interested in my services. It makes it very convenient for any prospective client to schedule a meeting with me so that we can have our initial sales consultation. During this meeting, I typically ask the client, hey, like, what do you need help with, or what do you have going on with your business? And if you are interested in my sales script, I also have that for sale on my website, harrisburgbookkeeping.com/store. Check that out. My sales script, I basically just ask people, what do you have going on with your business? And then I tell them what I do. I'm a bookkeeper. I do three things. I categorize your transactions, I reconcile your accounts, and I generate your financial reports. I do everything on a weekly basis, and then I reconcile and send P&Ls on a monthly basis. People typically ask me how much it's going to cost, and I always tell people I can't give you an exact quote, but I can tell you that my minimum is $250 per month, and then it goes up from there depending on the size and complexity of your business. During this sales consultation, I try to keep it simple and straightforward. I try to make it easy for the prospective client to sign up with me. So in order to give you an exact quote, I'll just need to be invited to your QuickBooks account. I try to get invited to their QuickBooks account while I'm on the phone with them. If not, if they don't have QuickBooks, or if their QuickBooks is so outdated that it's not going to have any relevant information, then I request the 3 most recent bank statements and credit card statements. I would recommend get their email address if you're on the phone with them, and send them a follow-up email as soon as you hang up, just reminding them, hey, reminder, first of all, thanks for taking the time to talk with me today. Reminder, in order to give you a bookkeeping quote, I just need to be invited to your QuickBooks account or see your 3 most recent bank statements. That's it. That's all I do during the sales consultation. It takes 10 minutes. I try to keep it straightforward and simple. And after the sales call, I don't do any more work for the client until they send me their QuickBooks invite or their bank statements and credit card statements. The one thing I will do, I have a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that I use as a tracker. You might have fancy CRM software. I don't have that. I just use Microsoft Excel, and I have a list of all of my prospective clients who have expressed interest in my services. On that list, I just have their email address, their phone number, their first name, their last name, and some notes about our most recent conversation. I have right now a list of like 70 people who have expressed interest but have not signed up and have not said no thank you. So I will follow up with all 70 of those people, usually once or twice every single month, until they either sign up with me or they tell me, hey, never mind, I'm not interested. Okay, so step number 2, the quote. Like I said, you have to get the bank statements and the QuickBooks invitation. Now, with this quote, I usually look at the 3 most recent months. So I will add up all of your transactions on your business checking account, your savings account. If they have multiple accounts, I will include all of the accounts, and then credit card accounts. I will include all of those transactions from the 3 most recent months. So for example, I'll look at August, September, and October, add up all those transactions, and then divide that by 3. Now, this is the number of their average monthly transactions. Now, my quote all depends on the number of transactions that you have. Whenever I got started, I was multiplying that number by 2. So I was charging $2 per transaction per month. Now that I'm busier, I'm more experienced, I have more clients, I know what I'm doing, now I charge $3 per transaction. If you're just getting started, maybe consider $2 per transaction. If you're more experienced, maybe consider $3 per transaction, or you can do some number in between. But I think $2 to $3 is a good range where you're not quoting so high that no one's signing up, and you're not quoting so low that you're not making enough money for the work that you're doing. Once I have the quote, I usually try to give the quote within 24 hours of receiving their information. So I'll send them an email saying, hey, here's your bookkeeping quote. And then as soon as they agree to the quote, I will send them my client agreement through PandaDoc. I try to do all of this very quickly to make it fast and easy for the clients to sign up with me. I'll send you my client agreement, and I'll usually also send you simultaneously the invoice. So if you want me to start this month, I'll just send you an invoice for bookkeeping for this month. If you want me to start from the beginning of the year, I'll send you an invoice to do all of your bookkeeping from January through October, for example. And I'll charge you 10 months times your monthly bookkeeping fee. So if it's $300 per month, I'll send you an invoice for January through October, which is 10 months times $300. Yes, that is a $3,000 invoice. That happens all the time. Now, this is very important. You have to protect yourself during the onboarding process, because I have had several clients who made it this far in the process. They accepted my quote. They even signed their client agreement, but then they never pay their invoice. So I have to protect myself. I recommend you do the same. Don't do any more work than you have to. So all you should be doing for free is having the initial sales consultation and then quote them, which that in and of itself might take several minutes doing the quote. That sometimes takes you 30 minutes if you have to add up 3 months of bank statements and credit card statements. So do the sales consultation, give them a quote, send them the client agreement, and send them the invoice. Those are the only 4 things you should be doing for free. Don't do anything else until they pay you. Even if they are your friend, or even if they seem like a great person and they're telling you they're going to pay the invoice, all of that is great. But just protect yourself, because it's happened to me a dozen times where people just end up not paying the invoice and they don't follow through. And I am always so thankful that I did not get started. You might think, oh, like I have a couple free hours today. I'm just going to get started on their bookkeeping just so I can get ahead. And I've had that thought too. But once again, I'm so happy I didn't decide to do that for some clients, because they just don't follow through and don't pay their invoice. So once they pay their invoice, now you can finally start doing their bookkeeping. Now you can finally start working, and you have officially onboarded a client. So that's it for the video. I hope this was helpful. Check out all the links in the description of this video. I've got a course on how to start a bookkeeping business. There's actually a Black Friday sale, 10% off right now. Go to my website, type in promo code Black Friday. And I also have consultations. You can schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I have a Facebook group. There's a link in the description for the Facebook group. And then finally, I have live weekly meetings every Monday at 3 p.m. There's a small group of us who all meet, and we have a meeting. I usually give a 30-minute presentation. It's way more detailed than all of my YouTube videos. And then we all work together, hold each other accountable. We have a great little community where we all help each other out. Hope this was helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video.